canceled, there's no way that you can stop me. I'm fully independent, there's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors, let me help you with some. Yeah, y'all can't cancel me. My life is scandal free. There ain't no sponsors taking losses cause the brand is me. My hands are clean, my family and my fans agree. Y'all can't cancel me for facts because you're mad and weak. How's a man say I'm clickbait if he gonna use this face to get clicks on his page? Y'all hypocrites are made. But I ain't tripping about these bullies, it ain't 6th grade. Go ahead and diss me trying to sell a couple mixtapes. I am not playing it safe, I said what I said, it is what it is. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it.
Aaron Tuttle here. It's storm season in Oklahoma, and with that comes torrential rain, high winds, and hail. To protect your home and your family from these threats, the one roofing company you should trust is Ferguson Roof Systems. They've been providing the best in roofing services for nearly half a century. Ferguson is Oklahoma's full-service roofing company, certified with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and a 5-star rating on Google. And with Ferguson now offering Class 4 impact-resistant shingles, now is the time to trust them with your home's roof. Get started today at FergusonRoofSystems.com.
Hey everyone, Meteorologist Aaron Tuttle back with you. It is lunchtime. It is Monday afternoon, just a couple of minutes after 12, so thanks for joining me. This will be kind of a short and abbreviated lunchtime live discussion because we're going to be focusing on just the severe weather threat for today. That way you can get you acclimated as what you can expect when it comes to potential for tornadoes, hail, damaging winds, all that kind of stuff. And so I'm glad you can join me. Please like and share and comment on this video so that the algorithms know that you're interested in this type of content, and it'll continue to show it to you when I do go live. So make sure you do have your notifications turned on for each platform you're on, whether it be YouTube Live, Facebook Live, or Twitter Live. You can set your notifications for all of those. All right, so let's get on with it, shall we? First off, got some nice weather out there. It's not raining for right now. We do have some clouds though. It's a little humid, a little sticky. Starting to get warm out there, but you know the drill and that kind of stuff. Also keep in mind as we go throughout the rest of May here, if you'd like to win a free storm cellar, check out Ferguson Roof Systems Facebook page. It's just facebook.com/Ferguson Roof Systems. You can just Google it in the search bar, but you can enter their drawing to win a free storm shelter. So not a bad deal. You know, you can put that thing to use anytime in Oklahoma. It doesn't always have to be during the springtime, although that is our most favorable and likeliest time to get tornadoes. So are we going to see tornadoes today? Let's take a look at the National Weather Service outlook highlighting the severe weather potential across the central and western parts of the state today. There is a moderate risk of severe weather down here into Texas in the red, enhanced in the orange in southwest Oklahoma, and then slight here in central Oklahoma. So what happens is basically storms go gangbusters down here, they get nice and strong here, and then they fall apart here. So that's hence the staggering of the conditions that are expected. But hail up to baseball-sized hail there in Texas with winds up around 60 to 80 miles per hour, and a tornado potential is medium down there in Texas. It is not medium here in Oklahoma. Let's take a look at that, by the way. Here's your tornado potential. It is low here in southwestern Oklahoma, but it does go to medium out here in parts of western Texas. We're going to get to that here in a second. Very, very low in the rest of the blue, and basically that's just for a freak event that's not forecasted or expected. Just it's one of those CYAs, just in case something were to happen embedded in the line before it completely dissolves. Timing-wise, the focus here for this afternoon, it'll be Texas, and then late evening into southwest Oklahoma, moving into Altus, Wichita Falls, Lawton, and Clinton as we head in toward the early evening hours, and then eventually after midnight here across the body of the state, whatever's left of the activity. So as you can see here, between 7 and midnight down in southwest Oklahoma in the blue, significant hail, damaging winds, a few tornadoes possible. After midnight, storms will merge into a line and be weaker, but still has a chance for some severe hail and damaging winds. But they highlight, in addition to the heavy rainfall, flooding will continue to be a risk in all areas that have already received some heavy rainfall and that will receive more. So turn around, don't drown. That is the motto And then flooding potential highest down across southern Oklahoma here for today. And on Tuesday, also down across southern Oklahoma. That's the sweet spots as far as where models are favoring some of the higher amounts. Now, if we do look at Storm Prediction Center, their outlook expanded, does continue that severe weather risk, the category out here in the western Texas. The tornado potential also highlighted here in yellow, which we can show you here. This is a look at on a different map, which showed you some of the towns. So Midland, Lubbock, Spur, Snyder, Plainview. So it's in this favored area where we're going to see tornadoes today. And they're going to be usually small, short-lived guys. They should not be these large, long-time versions. Now you do see that kind of knows its way barely, the low 2% ring here into southwest Oklahoma, 5%, 2%. So this is kind of just in case there's any type of spin left in the atmosphere with those storms as they merge into a line. All right, so anyway, also some hail and some wind. Let's see, the hail threat is on the left, wind threat here in the central. So that is still confined mostly in the southwestern quadrant of Oklahoma on both of those. So now you're up to date as far as the severe weather threat, where it is, where it lies, all that kind of stuff. Timing-wise, let's get on with it. So this is the latest look at the HERD data, which shows some storms there in Texas this afternoon. Currently, and then there's a few popping up here in eastern Oklahoma into Arkansas this afternoon. Some of those could be marginally severe, but the big show will be out here in western Texas. These will be supercell storms developing here by mid to late afternoon, and those will be the ones with some damaging hail and a couple of tornadoes. But you see how quickly they start to congeal into a line. This is by 7 and 8 o'clock in the evening is starting to congeal out here. Now the timing can be off by as much as 2 hours with this model. That's one of its weaknesses, is the exact timing, but it does favor southwest Oklahoma by 9 o'clock for sure. And then as we head into the 10 o'clock hour, you see how that line kind of progresses to the east, but you can also see it's all the way down to Dallas-Fort Worth. So it'll be a big, large encompassing storm system all the way down to South Texas even. This is midnight hour. You see how it's falling apart here in central Oklahoma. Now sometimes when it falls apart, like I mentioned last night on Saturday, you can get a little bit of a wake low, which means as the decaying storms collapse, you can get some air that comes down as a downdraft, sometimes heats the surface temperatures and gives you a gust of wind up around 60 miles an hour in those cases, or maybe sometimes even higher than that. I've seen up around 80 at times. But needless to say, looks like things will be on a diminishing trend as we head later in the evening after the midnight. So if you didn't get enough of a view of that of Oklahoma, let's zoom in for you one last time, kind of give you the better idea here. So there's those storms out across the Texas Panhandle. They're then moving into southwest Oklahoma by 9 o'clock and moving by 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. And they should be here in Oklahoma City by midnight. And then whatever's left of them will be rolling through. So you're going to hear some thunder. Might get some small hail out of it, of course, the lightning and some brief heavy rain, but southwest Oklahoma will be the place to be. And we talk about the total precipitation, just looking at this evening's activity alone, the potential out here in these red areas up around 2 inches to maybe even pockets of 2.5 inches of rainfall. So that can lead to some brief say that again 3 times fast, brief flash flooding down there. All right, now we look at the big picture overall from this point forward. Outside of those little isolated areas that just get too much rain, the overall consensus is now from all the way down to Texas getting several inches of rain. We're talking about up to a foot in some areas. So that's going to be, again, a lot of flooding going on across parts of Texas and Oklahoma, which will at least help the drought conditions. There's a positive there, but it's going to be kind of a off and on wet week. It's not a washout. There'll be several hours of dry weather. So you can do some things. You're just going to have to plan around the storms. My best advice to you is to take a look at radar and kind of work around it. So use my weather app. It's free. It's called AT's Weather to Go, Apple, Google Play. You can track those storms. It has little arrows on there of intensity. You can see what's in each storm, all that kind of stuff. Now here is a look at the 10-day outlook. Overnight lows in the 60s, daytime highs in the 70s, eventually getting back into the 80s as we head toward the end of May. Then I talked about last night's live. Memorial Day weekend is still wishy-washy up in the air as to whether or not we're going to be more of a drier pattern or a potential for a couple of stormy days. So as things become more clear over the next couple of days, I'll update you accordingly. All right, well, that was the short suite of the whole thing. So in and out in about 8-9 minutes. So this is going to be it for me. I got to go, got some things I got to do. But I want to bring you up to date as far as the timing and what was going to happen and where the threat is for later this afternoon and evening, which is down there in far southwest Oklahoma. Not as much of a severe risk elsewhere over the body of the state. with the exception of a small area out there near Fort Smith, kind of eastern Oklahoma. Now, tomorrow, models are still all over the place as far as timing and pattern coverage of when storms will develop and everything, but the best parameters right now for maybe seeing a tornado or two would be down across southern counties of Oklahoma near the Red River and back into North Texas. So we'll see if that changes any, but right now that's where that placement would be, and it's not that great. Neither is today. So great news. This is our peak tornado time of the year. I mean, this is where we max out. We can struggle to get one or two. I am all for that. All right, we'll talk again later, but thanks for following, liking, and sharing, and supporting me here at AT's Weather. If you like and appreciate the content I provide as a content creator, make sure you check the tab description in this broadcast video, and it'll show you how you can support me and some other goodies you can get access to there as well. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll talk soon. Take care.